take a deep breath and join me for tonight's gentle tale. Amaryllis and Sedge's Dreamy Adventure. This story is about a girl named Amaryllis and her kitten Sedge, who go on a magical adventure through their dreams. Once upon a time in a quaint little village, there lived a girl named Amaryllis with a curious kitten named Sedge. Every night, Amaryllis would tell Sedge stories of far-off lands and magical creatures before they drifted off to sleep. One warm summer evening, as the sun dipped beneath the horizon, Amaryllis whispered to Sedge, "Tonight, let's go on a dreamy adventure." The stars twinkled above as they closed their eyes, feeling a gentle tug as they drifted into a land woven with dreams. They found themselves in an enchanted forest, where the trees were made of candy, and the flowers sang sweet lullabies. Sedge's eyes widened with wonder as he pounced on the flowers, causing melodies to fill the air. Amaryllis giggled, her heart swelling with joy as she watched her little companion. As they wandered deeper into the forest, a glowing path appeared, leading them to a crystal-clear lake surrounded by silvery butterflies. A soft voice spoke from the shimmering water. "I am the guardian of dreams, and I welcome you." Amaryllis and Sedge gasped in unison, their curiosity piqued. The guardian smiled and said, "Every dream has a purpose, and tonight, you will discover yours." Hand in paw, they followed the guardian through a portal that transported them to a castle above the clouds. Inside the magnificent castle, they encountered rooms filled with memories and forgotten dreams of the villagers. "These dreams are the heartbeats of our world," the guardian explained. Amaryllis and Sedge explored each room, their imaginations soaring. In one room, they found a bookshelf that reached the sky, filled with books that held the secrets of the universe. In another, a garden where wishes grew like flowers. They spent what felt like hours, or perhaps days, discovering the magic within each dream. Eventually, they reached a grand hall with a mirror at its center. The guardian instructed them to look into the mirror, and as they did, they saw their reflections glowing with a warm, golden light. "This light is the essence of your dreams, the truth within your hearts," the guardian said. "Cherish it, and your dreams will always guide you." With those words, Amaryllis and Sedge felt a pulling sensation and found themselves back in their cozy room, the adventure still fresh in their minds. Amaryllis tucked Sedge into his soft bed, whispering, "Remember, we are the keepers of our dreams." Sedge purred contentedly, already drifting back into slumber. That night, and every night after, their dreams sparkled a little brighter, knowing that they were part of something much greater. And so, Amaryllis and her curious kitten continued to dream, forever bound by their shared adventures. Another gentle tale is ready to be shared. The Lullaby of Clover and the Kind Witch Violet. This story is about a young girl named Clover, who discovers the legacy of a kind witch, Violet, and decides to continue her work, bringing prosperity to their village. Once upon a time, nestled between lush, green hills and sky-high mountains, lay a quaint little village named Evergreen. In this village lived a young girl named Clover, who was known for her kind heart and caring nature. She was always seen helping the elderly and playing with young children. Her laughter brought joy to the whole village. One day, Clover discovered an old, worn-out book in her attic, filled with stories of a kind witch named Violet, who once lived in the village. Enchanted by the tales, Clover decided to learn more about this mysterious figure. She asked the village elders, who spoke fondly of Violet's kindness and selflessness. Intrigued, Clover ventured into the forest, where it was said Violet's cottage still stood. To her amazement, she found the cottage, covered in ivy and flowers. Inside, she discovered shelves lined with books, jars filled with herbs, and a cauldron that still sparkled faintly with magic. Violet, a kind heart witch, had used her powers to help those in need. She healed the sick, protected the village from harm, and ensured bountiful harvests. She was loved and respected by all. Clover decided to continue Violet's legacy. She spent her days learning the art of healing with herbs and understanding the magical books. Over time, she became known as a healer in the village, much like Violet. The villagers trusted her and sought her wisdom. One evening, as Clover was tending to her garden, a soft, glowing light appeared. Out of the light stepped the spirit of Violet, her eyes twinkling with pride. She had come to thank Clover for continuing her work and to offer her guidance. Clover was touched beyond words. Together, they worked, and the village flourished like never before. Evergreen became a place where kindness, healing, and love were abundant. The legacy of Clover and Violet lived on, reminding everyone that with a kind heart and a helping hand, magic could truly happen. And so the story of Clover and Violet was passed down for generations, a tale of love, kindness, and the eternal legacy they created together. Let's journey on with another heartwarming story. Lobelia and Amaryllis, a tale of inspiration. This story is about a young girl named Lobelia and a caterpillar named Amaryllis who inspire each other to achieve their dreams. Once upon a time, in a lush, vibrant meadow filled with wildflowers and buzzing bees, lived a young girl named Lobelia. She was curious and imaginative, always exploring the beauty of nature around her. One sunny afternoon, while wandering near a grand oak tree, she found a tiny caterpillar named Amaryllis, who seemed lost and alone. Concerned for the little creature, Lobelia gently scooped Amaryllis into her hand. "Don't worry, little one," she whispered. "I'll help you find your way." Amaryllis was different from the other caterpillars, with vibrant orange and red stripes, and she could glow faintly in the dark. Days turned into weeks as Lobelia and Amaryllis became inseparable. Lobelia would tell Amaryllis stories of heroic journeys and dreams of flying freely through the skies. Amaryllis listened intently, her little heart filled with hope and wonder. One day, as autumn leaves began to fall, Amaryllis felt an odd sensation. She knew it was time to build her cocoon. With Lobelia's encouragement, she spun herself into a safe, silken home. "I believe in you, Amaryllis," Lobelia said, her eyes brimming with tears of hope. Weeks passed, and winter cast its frosty veil over the meadow. Lobelia visited the cocoon every day, keeping it warm with her thoughts and words. Finally, on a crisp spring morning, the cocoon started to tremble. Lobelia watched in awe as Amaryllis emerged, no longer a caterpillar but a magnificent butterfly, with wings that shimmered like the sunset. "He did it," Lobelia explained, her heart soaring with pride. Amaryllis fluttered her wings gracefully and landed on Lobelia's outstretched hand. "Thank you for believing in me," she said in a delicate, ethereal voice. Lobelia smiled, knowing that their bond had sparked a transformation more beautiful than either of them could have imagined. Amaryllis then flew into the sky, inspiring every creature she met with her story of growth and friendship. And as for Lobelia, she continued to explore the meadow, forever inspired by the courage of her tiny friend, who dared to dream big. Now, let's embrace the next chapter. Buttercup and William's delightful adventure. This story is about a kind-hearted girl named Buttercup and her adventurous mouse friend William, who discover a magical secret garden, cherishing the wonder and delight of their discovery together. Buttercup was a kind-hearted girl who lived in a quaint little village surrounded by lush green meadows and blooming flowers. One bright and sunny morning, she set out on her usual walk, humming a cheerful tune. In the village, everyone knew Buttercup for her twinkling eyes and joyful spirit. And her best friend was an extraordinary mouse named William. William was no ordinary mouse. He was as adventurous as Buttercup and often led the way during their explorations. On that particular morning, Buttercup found William sitting by a sparkling stream, gazing intently into the water. His whiskers twitched with excitement as she approached. "What are you looking at, William?" she asked, curiosity painting her face. William almost eyes sparkled as he looked up. "I think there is something magical in the water, Buttercup," he squeaked. Buttercup knelt beside him and peered into the stream. There, shimmering under the sunlight, was a tiny, ornate key. "We must find what this key opens," William said eagerly. The duo embarked on a delightful adventure, weaving through the tall grasses and colorful flowers. With the key clasped tightly in her hand, Buttercup felt a flutter of excitement in her heart. They reached an ancient oak tree, its bark rough with age. William's whiskers swished as he spotted a small keyhole hidden in the trunk. Buttercup inserted the key, and with a gentle turn, a hidden door swung open, revealing a secret garden inside. The garden was more beautiful than Buttercup or William could have ever imagined. Exotic flowers, the likes of which they's never seen, bloomed in vibrant colors. A gentle stream meandered through, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of honey and the melodious songs of birds. The friends stepped inside, their eyes wide with wonder. They spent the day exploring every corner of the garden, delighting in the discoveries. Buttercup found a tree that grew shiny, sparkling fruits, and William discovered a cozy little nook perfect for a mouse nest. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the garden, Buttercup and William sat by the stream, reflecting on their incredible day. "Found a place filled with wonder and delight," Buttercup said softly. "Yes, and we did it together," William added. As they made their way back home, they couldn't stop smiling, knowing that the memory of their delightful adventure would forever warm their hearts. Good night. May peace and comfort surround you.